Imagine being immersed in the tranquil countryside of Medjugorje on a serene afternoon when suddenly a divine light appears before you. This is the extraordinary experience a woman had yesterday, an event that captured the hearts and souls of all who heard about it. Today, we are here to tell her story, a vision directly from the Madonna, a miracle that invites us to reflect on our spiritual journey. My name is Anna, I am 62 years old, and yesterday I experienced something that changed my life. I was visiting Medjugorje, a sacred place I had always wanted to visit, when the miracle happened. As a young girl, I had always heard about Medjugorje as a place of apparitions and miracles, and I finally found the courage and determination to come here on a pilgrimage. It was a quiet afternoon, the sun was setting, painting the sky with golden and pink hues. I was walking along the serene paths of the countryside, praying silently and reflecting on my life. I have always sought answers and guidance in prayer. And that day was no different. I felt a deep need to reconnect with my faith, to find a sense of peace and purpose. Suddenly, an intense light caught my attention. It was a light I had never seen before, brilliant but not blinding, warm and enveloping. I stopped, my heart pounding in my chest. And there, before me, appeared the Madonna. She had an aura of peace and love, her face was radiant, and her eyes seemed to penetrate directly into my soul. I felt a deep calm, a sense of joy and peace that I had never experienced before. The Madonna spoke to me with a sweet and reassuring voice. She told me not to be afraid, that she was there to bring a message of hope and love. She invited me to pray for peace in the world, for families, and for the sick. She emphasized the importance of faith and prayer in our daily lives. Anna, she said, you must share this message with the world. People need to rediscover their faith, to draw closer to God. Prayer, love, and compassion are the keys to a better world. As she spoke, I felt a deep connection with her. It was as if all my worries, pains, and fears had dissolved. Her presence was a balm for my wounded soul. The Madonna showed me visions of a future of peace and harmony. She showed images of people helping each other, of communities united in faith and love. She made me see that despite the difficulties and challenges we face, there is hope if we remain faithful and united in prayer. Never lose hope, Anna, she said. Even in the darkest moments, God's light is always present. It is through faith and prayer that we can find the strength to overcome any obstacle. After hearing these words, I felt a great responsibility. I knew I had to share this message with the world, but I didn't know how. The Madonna seemed to read my thoughts and reassured me. You will not be alone, Anna. God will guide you and give you the strength to spread this message. Be brave and faithful. I felt a wave of positive energy pass through me, as if a divine force was embracing me. I knelt and prayed with all my heart, thanking the Madonna for her presence and asking for her guidance in my journey. O Madonna, Mother of Mercy, I pray that you intercede for me with your Son, Jesus. Help me find peace in my heart and bring your message of love and hope to the world. Amen. After the vision, I spent hours reflecting on what I had seen and heard. I sat on a bench near the place of the apparition and watched the sunset, feeling deep gratitude and a sense of inner peace. I realized that this was just the beginning of my spiritual journey. The Madonna's words continued to resonate in my mind. Her request to pray for peace, for families, and for the sick touched me deeply. I understood that each of us has an important role in bringing love and hope to the world. Even small daily actions can make a difference. That evening, as I returned to my lodging, I thought about my life and how I could live more meaningfully. I decided to take a journal and write down every detail of the vision and the Madonna's words. I knew this would be a reference point for me in the days to come. A guide for my spiritual path. Upon returning from my experience, I decided to dedicate my life to spreading the Madonna's message. I started participating in prayer groups, organizing meetings, and sharing my story with anyone who wanted to hear it. Every day, I try to live more consciously and spread love and compassion. My family and friends noticed a change in me. I was more serene, more patient, and more compassionate. I started dedicating more time to prayer and meditation, finding comfort and guidance in the Madonna's words. I also began reading more about the lives of the saints and their spiritual experiences, finding inspiration in their stories of faith and sacrifice. This experience profoundly changed me, and I wonder if others have had similar experiences. Do you believe in miracles? Have you ever had spiritual experiences that changed your life? I invite you to share your thoughts and stories in the comments below. I started attending a community of believers that regularly gathers to discuss spiritual and faith experiences. Each meeting is an opportunity to share, listen, and learn from others. The stories I heard moved me and gave me a broader perspective on the diversity of spiritual experiences. A friend from the community, Paolo, told me how his faith was strengthened after a miraculous healing experience. An elderly woman, Maria, shared her conversion story after years of skepticism. Each of us has a unique story, but all are united by the search for meaning and the divine presence in our lives. If this story touched you, I invite you to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss other stories of faith and hope. Share this video with friends and family so that they too can be inspired by this message of peace and love. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this testimony. May the peace and blessing of the Madonna always be with you. Continue to pray, hope, and believe in miracles. After sharing my story, I received many letters and messages from people all over the world who had similar experiences. Each testimony is unique, but all share a common theme: the importance of faith and prayer. These stories inspired me and strengthened my belief that we are all part of a larger divine plan. I also started reading more about the apparitions of Medjugorje and the experiences of others who visited this sacred place. I discovered that many people found healing, peace, and renewed faith through their visits to Medjugorje. This made me feel even more connected to this place and my experience. Reading these testimonies also encouraged me to visit other pilgrimage sites and participate in spiritual retreats. I traveled to Lourdes, Fatima, and Santiago de Compostela, finding a sense of peace and community everywhere. Each place has its unique energy and stories of miracles and faith. The spiritual journey that began in Medjugorje has continued to evolve. Every day is an opportunity to grow in my faith and deepen my connection with the divine. I started practicing daily meditation, finding that silence and contemplation help me feel God's presence in my life. I also began volunteering in my local community, helping the needy and offering support to those in difficulty. I discovered that serving others is a powerful way to live the Madonna's message of love and compassion. Every small act of kindness can make a big difference in someone's life. My vision of the Madonna in Medjugorje was an unexpected gift that transformed my life. It taught me the importance of faith, prayer, and love. It gave me a new perspective on life and inspired me to live more consciously and compassionately. I hope my story can also inspire you to seek your spiritual truth and live with faith and love in your heart. May the peace of the Madonna always be with you.